Annual ringstay activity of the vascular cambium is not uniform throughout the years in many plants. The cambium is most active during the spring. It produces wide and loosely dispersed tracheal elements. It is called spring wood. The activity of cambium slows down during the autumn. It produces narrow and closely placed tracheal elements. It forms autumn wood. This difference of spring wood and autumn wood produces annual rings. Annual rings can be seen in the transverse section of wood. These rings help in the determination of the age of trees. B. Secondary phloem. Secondary phloem also consist of the horizontal or ray system and vertical or axial system. A. Ray system. The characters of rays are the same as in the secondary xylem. B. Axial system. The secondary axial system contains sieve tubes, companion cells and phloem parenchyma. New phloem elements are added each year. It increases the circumference only, therefore, the layer of secondary phloem never becomes very thick. The secondary phloem of previous ions years peeled off with the bark of the parietum in many plants. Peridonthe continuous secondary growth cause, rupturing of the protective layer or epidermis. A secondary protective tissue is produced on the surface of the stem. His protective tissue is called periderm. Periderm is composed of following layers: I. Phellogen or cork cambium. Phellogen is secondary, meristematic tissues. The activity of the phellogen produces the cork of phellem towards the outside. It also produces phelloderm or living parenchyma towards the inner side. The phellogen or cork cambium has a simple structure. It is composed of a single type of cells. The cells are rectangular. They form a continuous sheet or cylinder. These cells divide to produce radial files of cells on the inner and outer sides. Point 2. Cork of phellem. The cells produced towards the outer side develop into cork of phellem. The mature cork cells are compactly arranged. Cork has dead cells without any intercellular spaces. Suberization of cork cells occur. Suberin is a fatty substance. It makes the walls of cells less permeable. Walls of cork cells become brown or yellow in color. The cork is light in weight. It is impermeable for water. It also has thermal properties. Point 3. Phelloderm or living parenchyma. The activity of cork cambium produce phelloderm towards the inner side. Phelloderm is composed of living parenchyma cells. Point 4. Periderm phloem condylum xylem formation. If Harkey activity of the cork cambium or phellogen is seasonal, annual or periodic. Its activity depends upon the environment. As the trees become older, new layers cork cambium arise in the deeper layers. It isolates the older periderm tissues towards the outer side. This older dead periderm containing phellogen, phellem and phelloderm is called bark or retiderm. Bark is continuously ruptured and formed. Formation of lenticels. The phellogen produces a group of loosely placed cells at certain points. These loosely placed cells are called lenticels. They have no or slight suberization on their walls. Lenticels vary in size from minute microscopic to clear, visible spots. Sometimes, they are 1 meter or more in length. The lenticels are oval in shape. They are slightly raised from surface of the stern. Lenticels are present in the deeper position where bark is thick and ruptured. Air reaches these lenticels through the ruptured bark. Secondary growth of root. Roots increase in thickness by the formation of secondary vascular tissues. The secondary vascular tissues are produced by the activity of the vascular cambium. It produces the secondary xylem towards the inner side and secondary phloem towards the outer side. Secondary growth is common in gymnosperms and dicotyledonous roots. But it is absent in herbaceous dicots and monocots. Vascular cambium 1. Role of parenchymatous cells. The strip of parenchymatous cells between the phloem and xylem becomes meristematic. It is believed that these cells are the remnants of the meristematic cells of the procambial strands. They remain inactive till the start of secondary growth. The cambium ring is wavy in outline in the beginning. This outline varies in different roots according to the number of protoxylem ridges. The cambial cells just inner to the phloem becomes active earlier. Gradually the cambium ring takes a circular form. The cells of the cambium divide to produce new cells towards the inner and towards the outer side. Point 2. Role of pericycle cells. Some pericyclic cells also become macrostematic. They produce parenchyma cells towards both sides. It forms wide rays opposite the protoxylem groups. Narrow rays are produced by other parts of the cambium. These rays are much wider than the rays of the stem. The rays in the roots extend throughout the whole width of secondary xylem and secondary phloem. Secondary vascular tissue 1. Xylem. The elements of secondary xylem in dicot roots are vessels, fibers and xylem parenchyma. The axial system of the secondary xylem is divided into zone sectors due to the presence of wide rays. The root xylem has greater amount of parenchymatous cells. The vessels have scalariform and reticulate pitting in their walls. The gymnosperm roots have trichades as the main tracheal tissue. Point 2. Phloem. The secondary phloem contains sieve tubes, companion cells, fibers and phloem parenchyma. The wide rays are continuous in the secondary phloem. The functional part of the secondary phloem is a thin sheet outside the xylem. The phloem in the peripheral region is continuously ruptured due to the increase in circumference of the root. The outer part of the secondary phloem contains fibers and phloem parenchyma only. The old sieve tubes are crushed. Peridymphtha secondary xylem increases in thickness. It ruptures of the cortex. Periderm is produced as a new protective layer. This periderm has the same three types of tissues as in the stem. These are cork cambium or phalogen, outer cork or phellem, inner phalloderm. Point 1. Cork cambium or phalogen. Stress of secondary growth ruptures the whole cortex. Therefore, the cork cambium arises in the pericycle. Sometimes, nervy cork cambium arises in deeper layers. It sloughs off the old periderm in the form of bark. Anticels are not produced in the periderm of roots. Point 2. Cork or phellem. The activity of the cork cambium produces radial files of cells towards the outer side. These cells undergo suberization and develop into cork cells. Point 3. Phalloderm. The cork cambium also produces some phalloderm parenchyma cells towards the inner side. But this phalloderm is not clearly differentiated. It merges with outer part of the non-functional phloem and remaining pericycle. Secondary growth in storage roots. The storage roots are formed in plants like carrot, beet, sweet potato, radish, turnip etc. Their roots become thick due to the secondary growth. It occurs due to the production of successive cambium rings outside the old tissues. Or there may be several small cambial rings outside the old tissues. These roots have extensive parenchyma and few tracheal elements. These tracheal elements are loosely scattered in the storage parenchyma. The parenchyma cells are rich in stored food materials. Therefore, they are often called storage parenchyma.